Hello Gemini, welcome to your February 2022 reading. I will be doing a few different spreads for you. First I will do a horseshoe spread, which is for people who are single or a couple. It's just a general romance forecast for the next 12 months. I will then do a relationship spread for a specific person you have in mind. It could be technically any relationship. I will read it as a romantic relationship, but you can adjust the interpretations as you need if you have a different, like, sister or brother, cousin, friend to interpret. I will then pull some angel oracle cards from Spirit to get a bird's eye view of the situation for your romance life. I'll pull some oracle cards from a person if you're out of contact with that person and you want to get some messages from them. And then I will pull some angel oracle or angel advice cards at the end. And depending on how the reading goes, I might or might not pull some of my sex oracle cards if the other cards kind of want it or not. I shuffled the cards off camera for your viewing pleasure. I did them on camera just once. And we're going to get started with your horseshoe spread. So we got your past, your present, your future, 3 to 4 months out. We got you in a nutshell. We got your hopes and or your fears. We got your we got your environment, and then we got your hopes or fears, and then we got your 12-month outcome. And we're reading this as a romance forecast. So it looks like for you, Gemini, you might be going through some grieving process right now. There could have been a falling out with you and your friends. Maybe you had a group of friends that y'all had in common, and that seems to be affecting your love life. It could even be specifically 3 people. But yeah, it seems like something happened in your friend group. Maybe your friends fought with each other. Maybe one did something with the other, and they weren't supposed to be doing that kind of stuff. Maybe one of them, you thought you were dating one, but maybe you thought you were exclusive, and there's some sort of murkiness here with your friends, and there's a falling out, and you're clearly sad and alone from it now. So in your present situation, Gemini, it's kind of like you went into your dark side. The Queen of Swords is not someone you want to mess with. You don't want to get on her bad side, but it's kind of like you're just cutting, right now, you're cutting a lot of things out of your life, maybe more than you should. You might be cutting out some of the friends that could be helping you because some of the other friends betrayed you, It's kind of like the truth has set you free, but then then you went and became like a kind of an evil villain, It's kind of not quite right here. Perhaps there was too many people looking at you, looking at the situation and judging it, and you didn't like how it was going. You didn't like the attention on you. You were just trying to live your life, and with all this fallout, everyone's just like talking about you, and you just don't want to be a part of it right now. So this is your 3 to 4 month future. We got Music, Orpheus in reverse, and we got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So, I pulled this card just like as extra advice. So not as extra divination, not as advice. Don't take it as advice right now. So it looks like in your future, maybe you might have a lot of feelings that are like kind of boiling around inside of you, but you might be holding them back. And if you are able to talk about your feelings, it might actually bring your friend group back together. But it looks like you're kind of doing a backpedal, and you just don't want to you don't want to be vulnerable right now. Perhaps you're lacking trust in the situation. So this is you in a nutshell, Gemini. Let's see, we got the Two of Wands upright, and we got the Trojan horse trickery. So it looks like you're trying to make a decision right now, Gemini. You're not sure which way to go. You're trying to weigh your options. Maybe one of your options stands on its own, and one of them you're still wanting to see what it can do, but you kind of got to hold it up to. It seems like you kind of disassociated yourself from the reality of the situation. Like you took a step back. You're behind this wall, behind this window, and you're looking at the situation from a different bird's eye view, a different perspective. Not trying to be too emotional. You're not trying to be in the situation directly. You're trying to look at it like from afar. And because you're looking at it from afar, it seems like either you are spotting the trickery, or you could be causing the trickery, depending on how you want to interpret it. Because we do have the Queen of Wands in the negative. She went dark over here. So there's some sort of deception or lies going on for you, by you, whether you want to interpret either way. Nothing is as it seems. Something is hidden. You might think you've won. You thought you got this prize trophy to roll into your city, and then inside there's more chaos and drama that burst out of its belly at night when everyone's asleep. So if you are suspicious and you're not the one doing trickery, then it would be very valid to be suspicious, question things, look for the facts, ask for the proof, check your references, because something is not quite right here. So over here we got your environment. This is not necessarily something you can control, but the weather outside does affect whether you want to put on a raincoat or just not go out, for example. So around you, in your circle, in your dating circles, dating prospects out there, it looks like, oh man. So it looks like we got this Ace of Wands, which looking like a big old phallus here, just like sticking out there. And then we got Eros Desires. It could be that, kind of related to this friend situation. Maybe people are getting it on with each other behind your back, behind closed doors, because we have this Eros upside down, kind of like it's hidden or, not in plain sight, maybe. But that does seem to be going around. Not necessarily that it has to be involving you. It's just around. So I guess, if you're looking for some easy to access sex, it's probably easy to access right now. But if you're looking for open communications, probably not what's around in your environment right now. Let's see, we got your hopes and or your fears over here. We got the Horai time. We got Judgment in reverse. So you are hoping that everything works out in its divine timing. Maybe, you're trying to use some patience. You don't want to have anything rushed. You don't want anything to miss either. You're just hoping, it happens on the schedule and it's going to happen for you. That's what you're hoping for. Yeah, and it looks like, in relation to that timing, it looks like you're afraid about missing your chance. You're afraid about missing the calling. When that chance does come up, you kind of seem like you don't want to miss the boat, miss the alarm clock, whatever it is. That's, and these are your hopes and or your fears. So they aren't necessarily true, but they are things that weigh down on you when you make your decisions, to be conscious of them. And over here we got your 12-month outcome. We got Hermes' journey in reverse, and we got the Seven of Pentacles. So it looks like 12 months out from now, it doesn't look like a highly romantic situation for you. It looks like maybe you could be going on a vacation, a time out, a retreat, getting away from all the people, the crowds. You might be trying to assess what you have. Just trying to take stock. Trying to think of your next move, because you kind of like the stuff you have and you don't want to give it up, but something is not working for you in the situation that you're in. Okay, so let me shuffle the cards and prep them for the one-on-one relationship spread. Okay, I shuffled the cards off camera. I'll do it once on camera for your viewing pleasure. Alright. We're going to do your one-on-one relationship spread. So that's you and a specific person that you have on mind. It doesn't have to be romantic in nature, but I'm going to read it as such. You could always reinterpret the words towards the relationship type that you're thinking of. Alright, for you, Gemini, on the left side is you, and on the right side is the person you're thinking of. If you really want to, if it makes more sense to flip it, you can, but otherwise keep it going as it is, because it's already specialized towards Gemini people in general, so. So it looks like for you, Gemini, we got Pegasus, Nature upside down, and then we got the Nine of Swords upside down. It looks like you might be holding back your true self. Something about you isn't quite right. You're not happy where you're at. You're not following your heart. You're not taking the chances that you need to, because something's weighing down on your mind. Something's keeping you up at night. You're not. Something just doesn't feel right in regards to the situation. That's the energy you're bringing forward to the relationship. The person you have in mind, Gemini, we got water nymphs feelings, and we got the sun. So it looks like the person you're dealing with, the energy they're bringing to this relationship is, they seem to be drowning in their emotions. That tends to be the case with these water nymphs card. Maybe they just kind of dip their toe in the water thinking it would be okay, and all of a sudden the water nymphs are like holding him down at the bottom of this pond, and he can't quite get up to get a breath, which is interesting because it's paired here with the sun, which is about openness, freeness, carefree, being your true self. So it could be that maybe this person is putting on the facade of being happy-go-lucky on the outside in the daytime, but when they retreat on their own, they might be drowning in emotions that they're just not expressing. So over here we got your past shared energy, present shared energy, and then we got your future shared energy, Gemini. So it looks like in the past between you guys, one or the other might have hurt the other. There was some sort of injustice that happened, because we got care and woundedness, and then we got justice upside down, and then we got chemistry. Yeah, it's almost like someone like was pushing one of them out. Like maybe there was like some sort of fight where maybe two people ganged up against one person. He kind of looks angry right now. Not that he always looks angry. Karen himself is actually the wounded healer. He can heal everyone except for himself. But in this situation, it looks kind of like someone got hurt and someone's like kind of like chastising or making fun of this other person who's kind of you know, lumped over on the floor. Despite the pain and the injustice, it does look like the shared energy between you guys is to still have some chemistry, some physical attraction between you two. Present situation, we got Themis, Cosmic Order reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, and Codependency reversed. So, unfortunately, I think that was one of your cards, wasn't the Horai time. So it looks like something is not quite right, not quite on schedule, which is one of your hopes or your fears. Sorry to bring that up, but at least it's feeling like that between you guys. Maybe something, it's not, the relationship hasn't progressed to where you wanted it to be, thought it would be more solid by now. It looks like there's a Queen of Wands that's interfering with your relationship, and that could be a roommate, a mother-in-law, a friend, someone is, and you did have that whole friends thing, like fallout of friends. So someone's in this mix between you guys, physically, like literally, like this is the shared energy between you, and there's a third person showing up for some reason. It could also be a boss, if there's a female boss that's overworking one of you guys, and you know, you keep missing dates because of that. But yeah, between you guys, things are not where you guys expected them to be, thought it'd be better by now. It could be that there's a codependency issue between one of you guys and this Queen of Wands, typically a fire sign. Typically, you know, that could be someone who's a very fire energetic person, someone who's on the move, someone who's very feisty. But there seems to be a codependency issue there. And that's definitely interfering with your relationship between each other. Okay. So the present situation. Probably not the direction you wanted it to take, but it might be the direction you need it to take. Gaia manifestation. So Gaia, she's a card of she's a fertility, physical manifestation, bringing things from, you know, ethereal thought to physical reality. In this card, in this interpretation, she looks kind of like tired, worn out, like she's taking a break too, just to take care of herself. We got here the Hermit reversed, and we got release your ex. So it looks like maybe between you guys, you might try to isolate from the world. Maybe one of you tries to pull back from the other. It could be that whoever's involved with the third party might be trying to release them, but it's upside down, so they're not quite released. There's an attempt to detach, but they're not quite doing it yet. And they're trying to do this for the greater good of the relationship, but they're still hooked onto them, it seems. Alright, well, that is what it is, if that is your reading. Alright, next for you, Gemini. I will pull some cards from Spirit to get a bird's eye view of the situation. Perhaps it's not as bad as it seems, but we'll see what Spirit has to say about it. Then I'll be pulling cards from a person you're out of contact with, or anyone on your mind. It could be the same person if you want. Get some oracle cards from what they're thinking, feeling about you, thinking about the situation. And we'll finish off with the angel oracle cards, giving you general advice. Okay, let's do one more time. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull these. These are very different. Alright, Gemini. So when these cards are upside down, sometimes I'll take it as it's the opposite of that card. It's blocked somehow. Maybe not necessarily in an oracular sense. Or maybe to the extreme. So we'll read these and interpret them as we go, and if, you know, your interpretation goes to your mind, go ahead and go with that, because you know your situation a lot better than I do. And this is a general reading for Gemini. So we got awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Fate. This is a destined partnership. Apology upside down. You can expect the apology you want to have, so it's upside down, so that could be don't expect it or to the extreme. You probably need to take it as a don't. Let's see. We got boundaries. Firm boundaries are now needed, so that's probably to the extreme. Here and now, your true love is already part of your life. Addiction. Addiction is affecting this relationship. Rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. Integrity. Does the situation align with your values and morals? Warning. Don't dismiss the red flags. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. So, Gemini, if you have a situation with someone, these cards can be kind of minced in a few different ways. I mean, it looks like, whatever is happening was supposed to happen, whether that's going to be a long-term connection or not, or maybe just something you would learn from, to, advance yourself. That's a possibility. I don't think you really, it's probably not fair to say to expect an apology, because it's probably not coming. This is upside down. Whatever situation is going on, you need to have strong boundaries. I mean, if this is your true love, they're already here. Perhaps it could even be someone in your life, but it's not the person you're thinking of right now. They definitely have addiction. We also have that codependency card coming out. That's affecting the relationship. It could be addicted to sex, because we got strictly sexual. It could be power, money, drugs, video games, anything that you can just do to the extreme that makes it so you can't have a regular healthy life. So if you are having some sort of blockage, it seems to be for the best, even though it might hurt in the short term. You probably already are aware of this, that this is not the situation that you thought you wanted. It's not something that represents you. You expected more respect. You expected people to not cross certain boundaries. So, I mean, if it's a person you want to stick with, you gotta be really firm about those boundaries. And if they don't cross, if they do cross them, you gotta leave. Even if they are your love, because otherwise you're just giving them a license to do whatever they're gonna do. Okay. Alright, next, Gemini, let me pull your cards from your person that you have on your mind. Okay. A little more than I thought, but okay. So, these cards are from your person to you. They're not necessarily the truth, but it's how they feel from their point of view. So, they are human, so take them with the mercy and understanding, from, the mistakes they might have made. So they say, I can't be with you. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Upside down. I love you. Upside down. Leaving you hurt me too. So when these are upside down, it's maybe it didn't hurt at all, or it hurt to the extreme. We'll figure that out. Sometimes I don't know what to do. I am afraid to contact you. I miss our morning coffee. don't think I've pulled that card ever. It could also be any morning ritual if you don't drink coffee. We don't share the same values. Clearly, because you probably have more integrity than this person does. I can't do this. I'm just going to put this over here. I feel you leaving me behind. I am not financially stable. I would do it again, all again. I took the easy way out. So, if you're thinking of someone Gemini, a specific person, it looks like they might have done something lazy to leave you. They might have, instead of confronting and expressing their feelings and trying to talk out problems, they might have like cheated on you as a way to trigger you to break up with them, distance yourself from them. They might have also just ghosted you, because that's the coward's way out, instead of confronting things like an adult. And because they weaseled their way out in a unvaliant way, now they're afraid to contact you, because now on top of the laundry list of all the things they've done wrong to you, they're going to have to friggin' apologize for the way they ducked out on you too. I think they know exactly what they got to do to make it right. They just got to do it. If they don't have the courage they need at this point, they can't do it. They can't be with you. They don't think they're worthy. Which is funny. It's all in their hands. Like, if they want to be with you, they love you, all they need to do is reach out, and they could feel you leaving them behind, and it's getting worse every day, but they're not reaching out, so they're creating their own destiny. And here, maybe they feel like they're not worthy of you. You know, maybe whatever they did to break up or upset you, just like they did it as a cover for not feeling like they were financially worthy of you, instead of like expressing their true fears. Okay. Let me pull some cards for you, Gemini. Some more cards. That's kind of more than I thought, but okay. So we got a lot of messages. The person, if they're not talking to you in real life, they're definitely talking to you in spirit. I guess because it might be the coward's way of talking to you. Or maybe the spirit knows it's got to talk to you, and they haven't done it in reality. At least they can talk to you here. So, I am loyal to you. I dreamed you to reality. It sounds a little sentimental, but it also kind of has a sense of ego, like, maybe they shaped you to be the way you are. I regret what I said. I did not ask enough questions, upside down. So either to the extreme, or they asked too many. Probably to the extreme, because these people don't seem to be talking. I saved your photos and text. So either they really hunkered down and put them on some sort of flash drive and sent that to like a underground bunker, and they have them stored in a lockdown, or they just completely wipe them out. I have a secret, and this is upside down, so it's like they do have a secret, and they're just quite not ready to admit it. I can't marry. So again, this guy, or I'm going to say guy, but it could be a girl too. They're saying, I can't marry, I can't be with you. So maybe it has something to do with their secret. Maybe they're already married. I don't know. Something, they have some sort of secret that they think is completely blocking them from being qualified to be married to you. Despite that, they can't legally marry, but they gave you their heart. You were strong. You are my secret. Interesting. So perhaps you are the side person, and maybe they do have like a girlfriend or a wife or someone, and you are their secret that they actually didn't plan for or mean to happen, but it is what it is now. Will you forgive me? I want an open marriage, upside down. So perhaps they want the open marriage, or they just want to be able to have access to you still, while also having access to their other source of love or sex. I am not an option. So again, they're kind of sounding like, they're kind of saying not to be with them. Like, that's how they feel. Like, you shouldn't even bother with your time. My friends like you. So, I mean, that does sound good in a sense. Like, that generally you want your lover's friends to like you. But since you did have the whole friendship dynamic in the beginning of the reading, there was a friend falling out, I kind of might question the motivations on that, but you can interpret that as you want. This was too heavy to carry. So if you were a secret, and maybe you didn't even realize it, probably, because, I mean, you seem to have high integrity in your reading, Gemini, maybe the line was just too much for them. Alrighty, Gemini. Let me pull your angel advice cards for you. What crazy reading. Okay. I'm gonna get you. These are actually job hobby cards. We'll interpret them either straight as job hobby, or we could interpret them into romance. One more time. Okay. So, for you, Gemini, talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. And I do believe you had that card, the Nine of Swords in reverse, about worrying. You might not talk to spirit in whatever interpretation as you will too often, because you like to be analytical and you want proof. So it could be hard for you to tap into your emotions and sensing and intuition, but it is there available to you if you are willing to use it. I mean, as an added bonus, maybe what helped me at first was I would hear like songs that would get stuck in my head and specific lyrics, and then I realized those lyrics were helping me as advice to my life. So if you have anything that happens, also anything that happens that seems more real life that seems more real than life in your dreams, you could also just try meditation, because you might be able to hear, see, sense, feel some sort of message from spirit when your mind is at peace. And even if you don't sense anything, at least you got the satisfaction of having cleared your mind from the clutter. Music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. So you could try to make music, whether that's digital music or with actual instruments. If you want, you could try to also do lyrics. That might be a way to help you feel spirit, or just express yourself in this clearly turbulent situation that you got going on. Got an interesting set of cards over here. Unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So it seems like maybe one of you guys wants it more than the other. Which is odd because it's paired here with soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. But the thing about soulmates is you can have, well, not, you can't have, there are many soulmates within you. And when you think of mate, you can think of the word mate, like Australian or British people say is mate is friend. People within your soul tribe energetically. So if you don't match and meet up with this one, if it doesn't work out, there's other ones to pick from within your soul family that you could you might have an easier chance, less bridges to repair, when you have a clean slate to work off of. Yes, they could be a soulmate. Maybe they were just there to teach you something, and you could take that lesson with love and move on to someone else that's easier to love. If they're going to be bringing up somewhat challenges and straight up saying that they can't be with you, why try putting in energy into someone that says they can't be with you? We got religious factors. This is probably the toughest one, and it comes up a lot for me personally, which sucks. I mean, it is what it is. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it could be that one of you guys is atheist and one of you guys is highly spiritual. It could be that you have different religions. Maybe one of you is Jewish and one of you is Catholic or Muslim. I mean, the nuances between their religion might be too different. Occasionally it could also be like a cultural difference, something that's kind of like part of your identity, like maybe I don't know, one I just take some sort of weird bizarre case, like one of you is Amish and one of you is like from like the ghetto side of town, and you just don't know how to live and coexist, or one of you is a techie and one of you is Amish. Something about that's fundamental about your being or fundamental about your upbringing is just completely different, and it's just making it hard for you guys to be on the same page and understand each other. We got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. But we got it upside down. So, as an advice, I mean, whether you want to try to get to know the person you're already thinking of, or you want to try to get to know a new person, it could be saying that, if you do try to set forth on trying find a new person, you can find feelings as you grow. Don't expect it to be intense, passionate love straight off the bat. Let it grow over time. Do those small, simple conversations of how you're doing, what they're thinking, going out, eating dinner. Don't expect it to be intense love straight off the bat, because if you expect it to be intense love off the bat and then it doesn't meet that expectation, you might get frustrated and think it's not working at all. We got Rider-Waite, spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So, I'm actually not very familiar with this stone, but if you want, you could wear it as a ring, earrings, necklace, pendant, put it in your pocket just as a loose stone, as a physical reminder, or you could have it as a screenshot on your phone as a physical reminder to you that you are spiritually protected. Even after there are religious factors, you could still have your spirituality. You have no reason to feel guilty about it. You don't have to apologize. It's just who you are. You can't deny what you feel, and We got overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiah, the worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. That was upside down, so I'll leave it like that. We got you know what to do upside down. Archangel Uriel, trust your innermost knowledge and act upon it without delay. Ooh. We got Atlas responsibility. I think Atlas has a long one, but we'll read it because it is the card that you needed. Okay. It may feel as though we have the weight of the world on our shoulders, but this is actually due to the lack of responsibility and not the burden of it. When we are truly responsible, we know what we have. When we are truly responsible, we know that we have the power to create whatever we want for our lives. You have a responsibility, first and foremost, to give yourself a balanced and healthy life. A life that takes care of all your basic needs. It is not your responsibility to carry the burdens of others or to buy any societal pressures that don't seem relevant to you. In fact, if these types of pressures dominate your life, it is your responsibility to remove them. It is your responsibility to ask for help where necessary and create yourself in the circumstances that will keep all the areas of your life balanced. It is not helpful to carry the responsibilities of others or to uphold the expectations of anyone else. If you are never forced to take care of their own needs, they will become crippled. In order to let go of other people's responsibilities, you must first let go of your need for approval. Don't seek the approval of others at the expense of your own health. This is a time to take full responsibility for your life. You alone create your life. You are the victim of no one and nothing. Your life is exactly how you decided it to be. Things need changing. Change them. If old pains and wounds are holding you back, it is now time to surrender them. Give them up now. If the pain is holding you back in life, it is because you are letting it. Decide now to do what is necessary to let go of the old pains. You have control over the world, but you don't have control over the world, but you do have the power to take responsibility for your feelings, reactions, and perceptions, and make empowered decisions about how to live your life. Now is the time to examine your life and see which areas have become burdensome. It may be necessary for you to take time for yourself, ask for help, and schedule changes. Stop catering to the needs and expectations of others, or give up on your old pains and negative self-talk. Taking care of yourself is the best gift you can offer the world. Only you have the opportunity to live this life, so you might as well make it the best life possible. Taking responsibility for all the experience gives you the power to create the life you want, and this can only lead to true freedom. Okay, Gemini. Yeah, that's all I have for you for this month of April. Maybe I'll see you next month. Bye.